What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? This is your boy Is Nefarious here, and I'm here for another episode of your favorite series. Here we go, found the Pittsburgh Steelers of the Premier Madden League. Forgive me if I sound like shit. I probably do every video, but especially for this video, I am sick and I am battling a illness. I won't say it's COVID, but maybe it is. We'll find out. But without further ado, let's jump into this week and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so here we are, week 4, off our first win of the season against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got the Cleveland Browns coming into town. Press conference right away, QB1. I wonder what this is. I wonder if it's going to be XP. Coach, your team has struggled out the gate so far. That happens a lot of blame going on quarterback. Should we blame the quarterback or should we blame the team? Second game was a team. I would say it was our defense, so do we say the defense? But we had to pick 6. We could have had another loss because of Jared Goff. First week, we could say it was Jared Goff. He had 4 interceptions in the red zone. You know what? We're going to go with Jared Goff. Besides the second week. Second week was the defense. So we're going to go with Jared Goff and see what happens. Beat the Browns and have 3 passing touchdowns with Jared Goff. Well, that's the thing. We need 3 passing touchdowns because we have a thing called DevGen in Premier Madden League, and what that is week to week it gives you rewards like content points to upgrade players, attribute points to automatically upgrade players. It gives you sometimes they'll give you a dev game. And we do have a dev game, but for offensive line. So with this dev game, we can't get sacked, 1. We need 3 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. So we need 5 touchdowns total and no sack, and we could get a dev upgrade to one of our offensive linemen, which will be huge for this team because our offensive line sucks. We got 1 player returning from injury. I think it's going to be Andrew Brown. Yeah, Andrew Brown. So we got him returning from injury. But first, let's take a look at the Cleveland Browns and see what we're dealing with on their side. Alright, so here we are taking a look at the Cleveland Browns. And the first thing you notice is Baker Mayfield is no longer the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He actually drafted Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati, 2nd overall. I want to say he got a better quarterback. He's still athletic. I think Baker was just as athletic. Maybe he's a little more athletic. He doesn't have the same type of arm. But, that's where he wanted to go. Baker needed to be signed. He wanted a cheaper option, so Desmond Ridder's the quarterback. I feel like we could play a lot of man-to-man and force him to make tough throws. Maybe we could get some turnovers. We'll see how the game progresses. But I could see us playing a lot of cover 1 and stuff like that. Then he's got Nick Chubb, always has Nick Chubb. He also traded for Josh Jacobs. He had actually sent Kareem Hunt to the Las Vegas Raiders for Josh Jacobs. So he's got 2 power backs now. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's using those 2. He's got Mason Barta, rookie drafted. Anthony Schwartz is number 1 right now. He doesn't have Baker Mayfield. Jarvis Landry is actually low on the depth chart. Looks like he's going with more speed. He's got Donovan Peoples-Jones, but we definitely got to watch out for Anthony Schwartz. We got to make sure he can't beat us over top, and he definitely can with that speed. Josh Wiley is his starting tight end. He's got David Njoku. Wiley's a superstar tight end, so that's why he's got him there. He drafted him out of Cincinnati, so that connection between Ridder and Wiley, I guess he's looking for. Then the offensive line is still really, really good. It's pretty much the same offensive line as last season. He brought in Mike McGlinchey. And the offensive line got even better. Defensive line, he's got Lorenzo Carter. He's running a 4-3. He's got Myles Garrett, of course. He's got Maurice Hurst and Andrew Billings in the middle. I feel like we could definitely run it against him. He's got some good strength in the middle, so maybe they'll be able to hold the line a little bit. I don't think we outpower the defensive tackles, but maybe we can get some holes because they can't really get off the blocks that well. Then you're taking a look at the linebackers. Nolan Smith has had a good showing so far. Another superstar rookie that he drafted. Definitely got to watch out for him. He's got a lot of speed. He's got a lot of speed at middle linebacker too. He's running a 4-3, so we don't have to worry about Jacob Phillips. He really won't be on the field. He brought back Joe Schobert. We let Joe Schobert go. He brought him in. So he's a good run stuffer. So we might want to stay away from him. Denzel Ward, he's got Greg Newsome, then he's got Greedy Williams, all good corners. Definitely got to watch out for them. when throwing the ball. Greedy Williams, he's trying to move. I would actually go for Greedy Williams if it wasn't within the division. Then taking a look, he's got John Johnson, pretty slow free safety. So if he brings him into the box, we know he can't recover in time. Then he's got Grant Delpit, a really good strong safety. I'm surprised he's not developed a little bit more. Only a 74 overall, but that might not be his focus to get him developed. But with this team on offense, try to stop the run. That's going to be our focus. Stop the run, make them pass the ball. As you can see, their running game is still as good as it once was. Their passing game might be a little bit different. I feel like if we could stop the run, shade Schwartz, make sure that he's not beating us over top. I think we'll have a good showing. On defense, well, on offense, definitely going to try to run the ball. That's the way we live. The way we get our money is we run the ball. Najee Harris is sick, so it will be a game time decision if he plays or not. But let's jump over to our team and let's talk about some of the storylines. All right, taking a look at our team. As you know, we got the story within game for Jared Goff. He's going to get 3 passing TDs. He's under the microscope as far as why the team hasn't had success. And maybe if he doesn't get these 3 passing TDs, maybe we could look to JT Daniels starting next week. Who knows? We'll see how it progresses. But that's a main storyline to pay attention to. Najee Harris right now is sick. So right now we're going to put Kalen Ballage in there. And we're going to actually do that for all the positions that he's number 1 in. Put Kellen Ballage, Le'Veon Bell. Oh, put Najee Harris down there. We haven't decided if we're gonna, make sure he's healthy to play the game. So we'll see how that transpires. But right now, Kellen Ballage is gonna be our starting back. We'll see if we do what we need to do to get him into the game. But fullback, Jalen Samuels, as always. Amari Cooper has been playing phenomenal. So has Chase Claypool. We want to get George Pickens more involved. We want to develop a third wide receiver. George Pickens had an okay game. He had a couple receptions for us last game. Maybe he gets more involved this week. We'll see how the game goes. Tight end Rob Gronkowski has been phenomenal for us so far. We were thinking about getting a little more athleticism here. We got plenty of run block. Maybe we trade for a tight end, or maybe we sign another tight end. Just somebody with a little more athleticism. Again, we get that O-line depth story, so we could possibly get, a superstar offensive lineman from this. So Kevin Dotson would be number 1 to get superstar with. He's still young. He's got star. We want him to develop. We got him there. We got Logan Bruss. Kendrick Green's still injured. AJ Cann, Trey Turner, and then Brandon Linder. Actually, all my offensive linemen are suffering from low morale, so that's not a good thing with a subpar offensive line to begin with. Stephon Tuitt is going to remain the starter. He made some big plays in the run game yesterday. Cameron Hayward last week, the run game was phenomenal. So I'm happy with the way we made the changes and how it worked. T'Vondre Sweat ended up getting into the game, and he actually looked really good. So we could switch this around. Even though Andrew Brown's back, we're going to put Linval Joseph as that backup right now, because we really liked the way T'Vondre Sweat played. So T'Vondre Sweat could possibly get into the game behind Jordan Davis, another rookie, another big body rookie. So he made a tackle for us. He made a couple plays when we had an injury. So we like how he played. So he's going to move up in the depth chart, and Linval Joseph's actually just going to move to the outside as the number 2. Ulysses Gilbert played phenomenal. He had an interception. He had a tackle for us. He was all over the field. So great change there we made. Devin Bush played great as well. Peyton Wilson also played great in the run game. We were happy with that change as well. Samson Ubakam, he didn't really make any plays, but he's not been noticeable, but he's been noticeable at the same time, if that makes sense. He's been doing what he needs to do, basically. So we're not really gonna say he's gonna get replaced just yet until we see him not doing what he's supposed to do and giving up big plays. Then he could possibly get changed. Bradley Roby has been great. Ahmad Garner. Bradley Roby had an interception last game. Justin Lane got a great interception, so him coming in over Damon Arnett has been huge for us. So we'll see. Maybe Damon Arnett gets moved. Maybe he gets moved for a tight end. We'll see. Bradley Roby, like I said, was great. Minka Fitzpatrick was great for us. And then I think he had an interception. And then Bobby Price. Had an interception. Terrell Edmonds went into the sub linebacker position like I wanted to. Bobby Price came in, played over top. He had an interception. He played phenomenal. So we're really happy with what Bobby Price did for us. So he's definitely going to see more playing time, especially when we're in that nickel formation. But yeah, that's pretty much it. No other real storylines. Now let's go over and let's do the training and see what we got there. All right, so here we are with the training. Just taking a look. 27th ranked defense, 2nd ranked offense, defensive scoring 26th, offensive scoring 17th, defensive total yards per game 27th, offensive total yards per game 4th, defensive pass yards per game 24th, offensive pass yards per game 3rd. 22nd in defensive rushing yards per game, 23rd in offensive rush yards per game, defensive turnovers 27th, offensive turnovers 24th. So our defense improved last week, but it still has to get better. Our offense has been really going through the pass a little more than it has the running game. Maybe the running game gets a little better. We might just give Najee Harris the day off to see how it changes the running game a little bit. But we're going to focus on Najee Harris, Jordan Davis, and Amari Garner for the focus training. Hopefully we get a couple rolls with them. But that's pretty much going to do it for the training. We're working on defending the outside run and defending the outside run and then throwing deep. So that's going to be our focus going into this week. But that's pretty much going to do it for our training. Now let's sim it and let's make sure that nobody gets injured. All right, just taking a look here. All right. No injuries on the offensive side, so that's good. Nobody got injured here. On the defensive side, are we all healthy? It looks like we're all healthy. So offense and defense both healthy. And we focused on some of the starters on both sides, so that's always nice. The reps were the starters, and we still came out with full health, so that's great. But without further ado, let's jump into our game against the Cleveland Browns, and let's see how we do this week. All right, so here we are in the post game. We just lost to the Cleveland Browns, 45-38. Had a chance to come back at the end, threw an interception, trying to go into the end zone. Didn't have any timeouts, and it was like 3 seconds left, so we just had to toss it up, and it didn't really work out for us. No big deal. But tough loss. Early they got up big. A lot had to do with the turnovers. Sack, fumble early on we'll get to, and stuff like that. But taking a look, our offense had more yardage, rushing yards. We let in passing yards. Like I said, the turnovers were basically the deciding factor. We had 5, they had 3. I think they had one more. No, they had 3. They had 3 interceptions. 3 for 7 on third down. 4 for 4 in the red zone. We were 4 for 5. We had 1 red zone turnover. That might have been the last play of the game. So other than that, we were 4 for 4. Red zone TDs. We had 3. They had 4. 1 red zone field goal we had. Possession of time, we had 20 to their 19. Taking a look at the quarterbacks, we did put JT Daniels in. Jared Goff wasn't playing too well. 293 yards, 69% completion, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So a good showing from him. Maybe it'll lead to him starting a little more. Kellen Ballage was 11 for 72. He had a pretty good game, but we had to get away from the run game early on because of some bad turnovers. Receiving, Rob Gronkowski had 9 for 140. Amari Cooper was 7 for 168. Chase Claypool, 5 for 101. George Pickens was 4 for 51, so he got involved. I think Le'Veon Bell was involved too. He only had that 1 catch. On his side, like I said, big turnovers. He had a couple turnovers on our side of the field. The sack fumble was like on the 30. That led to a quick score for him. Then right after that drive, we gave him a pick 6, so he went up 2 scores then. And you can't really play down like that, especially early on, putting a lot of pressure on the offense, especially when you're a ground and pound offense. A lot of our passing yards, even though we're so high in the league in passing yards, a lot of that is because we are somewhat in the game and we can work off the run. Now, when we're not able to work off the run and we're having to pass it, it's a little bit different. 2 sacks. We had 1 from Jordan Davis, so Jordan Davis got involved. We had a couple interceptions, 1 from Bradley Roby, 1 from Minka, 1 from Devin Bush. Could have had a couple more. A couple interceptions just went off hands. I know Terrell Edmonds had a chance. Passes deflection. Rob Gronkowski had a deflection for some damn reason. It might have been on my own pass. Forced fumbles. They had one forced fumble. That was the sack fumble. And as you can see, he had the 2 touchdowns off turnovers. So Greg Newsome had the pick 6, and then Denzel Ward also had a pick 6. So they were both pick 6s. But yeah, tough to play when you get down early. But let's view the highlights and see how we got there. All right, early on, both teams ended up punting early on. The first score actually came on my second drive. We're in the red zone here. We got the rookie that we brought in, especially with Najee Harris out because he had the illness. So we had the rookie in. We ran it up the middle. He breaks a couple tackles. He takes it into the end zone. So a nice little run by him. Definitely going to change his number. I don't like 12 on the running back at all. But a nice little run by him, again, into the end zone, giving us a 7-0 lead. He comes down, I think, he ends up scoring in the second half to tie it up 7-7. Let's show that real quick. So this is where he ties it up. It's not going to show it, so it's broken. But he hit Anthony Schwartz on a drag or on a zig route. So hit him underneath, and he just ran it in for an easy touchdown. Missed our assignment on that. Fumble recovery. So this is one of the big plays early on to kind of put him in the driver's seat where we couldn't really take advantage. So right here, we're blocking everybody. We actually blocked the tight end as well. But you could see he's sending pressure here. But I think the issue is we double teamed Myles Garrett. We probably should have blocked Balaj as well. But Balaj is going to go out for a pass. He's going to come unblocked. We try to hit Balaj here, but it takes him too long to get the ball out. It ends up being a fumble. As you can see, he's not able to get the arm forward before he sacks him. So a fumble there. We got our right tackle who's blocking nobody at one point because what's his face gets right by him. Myles Garrett gets right by him, and Gronkowski's one-on-one with Myles Garrett. But we tried to get that ball out, didn't really work out. So a fumble there, that sets him up in good field position, and it's going to lead to this score to Anthony Schwartz that it's not going to show again. Another little score by Anthony Schwartz. Then we get the ball back. Right now it's 14-7, so it's not the end of the world. You know, we got to put a drive together. He's getting the ball at half. He has 3 down linemen, so we don't expect much pressure, but he sends like a little blitz. We see a little separation between Amari Cooper and the cornerback. So we try to hit Amari Cooper here, and for some reason he goes upfield, and the corner just gets underneath him, picks that off for an interception. We probably should have moved Kellen Balaj out of there as well. I don't think we had Claypool. Yeah, he followed Claypool, so Claypool wasn't open. We could have went to Gronk over the top. That was Sam Laporte. Could have went to Sam Laporte over the top. But how much pressure did we have? So let's get off that. Let's see how the pressure. We had plenty of time. So we could have went to Sam right above the linebacker right here. So a bad read all in all. Still think that's a completion that we should have. I think, you know, animation of Amari Cooper going upfield and then the animation of his corner coming underneath it to steal it. Both worked against us, but we should have looked at Sam right here over the middle, wide open. So a bad play there. He gets a pick 6 out of that. So it makes it 21-7. We ended up going down and kicking a field goal, a 30-yard field goal. And then with 21 seconds left, we just need to get a stop. Make sure he doesn't kick a field goal. Get no points. 21 seconds left. He's going to run a little play action here, and he's going to find somebody over the top of our linebackers. A nice little throw there. Just above our linebackers and below the safety. So nice little play by him there. Setting him up in good field position. I don't think that was actually with 3 minutes left, so that wasn't as far back. As low as I thought in the corner. Then he's going to get into the 1. He's going to run it in with Desmond Ridder. The funny part about that is he fell to the 1 yard line and it just sat there for like a minute. Nobody touched him. And then I guess from the motion of him getting up, he finally broke the plane. So counted as a TD. Right here, we're going to hit George Pickens on the TD. We were able to move the ball pretty well. So we hit George Pickens on a little wheel route. He's going to play hard flats. We're going to have 2 guys underneath, but we're going to hit George Pickens once he gets open for a touchdown. So easy touchdown there. That makes it 31. No, actually, that would make it 28. That makes it 28-17 at that point. Then he's going to find Jalen Hurd in the back, out of the backfield. So right here, 21 seconds left. We just need to play decent defense. We're more worried about Jalen Schwartz here, so we kind of get taken away. Excuse me. Kind of get taken away from that running back corner out. He finds the running back. We make a terrible missed tackle. We got to come up and make a tackle there because that's huge. He gets a lot more yardage than he should have, all the way down into the 45. So terrible play all in all because we're using this deep blue. So we're using Bradley Roby. We take him out of the play. Then we come up and we don't make the secure tackle. Because if we secure him right there, he's still got like 15 seconds to get on the other side of the field. He ends up getting a field goal. So that makes it 31-17. So we're chasing 2 scores. Next quarter right now, we're going to take a look. He gets the ball first. He's going to hit Anthony Schwartz on a quick TD. It finally shows a TD. This is going to be like a little in and out route. Hits Anthony Schwartz. Easy TD for to make it 38-14. 38-17, sorry. And then we're going to get an interception. After he gets an interception on us, we're going to get an interception back ourselves. Minka Fitzpatrick's going to come over, get an interception. Nice little catch there. And it puts us on his side of the field. And this was kind of the story. We got JT Daniels in the backfield. This is kind of the story of the game, just his ability to get pressure. He's using Myles Garrett. He gets around the edge immediately and gets to the quarterback. Easy pressure. We didn't even get a shot to throw it. Nobody got open for us, and pretty much, that stalled that drive. Next, he actually tries to make another throw. He's actually got the game in hand right here. He's 38-17. He's not running it though. He's trying to hit this corner out again. We read it all the way. He doesn't come off that read. We pick it off pretty easily, and that's going to set us up on his side of the field. So he was just putting his back into the game. And then we're able to get Chase Claypool on a end around, on a jet sweep into the end zone, making it 38-24. Actually, no. Yeah, would it be 38-24? So it was 38-17, 38-24. Yeah, so that was our score. So at that point, it was 38-24. So after that, we get a big sack here. By Jordan Davis. Huge sack. That sets him up in bad field position. He ends up giving the ball back to us, ends up punting it away. We ended up getting intercepted on a bad read here. We tried to throw it like right here. Right here is where we wanted to throw it as he's coming across the face. We take a second too long, and what's going to happen is his corner, I think that's Denzel Ward, his corner comes up, gets an easy interception on that. We definitely didn't have the time to really let anything develop. As you can see, he's getting pressure immediately. And that's going to be an easy interception. So he did a good job of getting a lot of pressure and making me uncomfortable. Got to say that. And then this is another sack. So we get the ball back after that pick 6. And then boom, another sack. He got a lot of pressure throughout the game. But then we're going to find Amari Cooper here. He's setting his zones real low, so his cornerback's just going to sit there. We're going to find Amari Cooper on a quick throw. He's going to take it into the end zone. He makes it, that was after the pick 6, so he made it 45. So it was 45-31 at that point. So we're not out of it. We still got, we still need 2 scores, and this was, 7 minutes left. We get a stop. He ended up punting it. He ended up punting it. Then we get the ball back, but then it's going to be another interception, and this was just a bad throw. We have the wide receiver right there, but instead of hitting him like right over this linebacker's head, he kind of leads it a little too far to the sideline, out of the reach. We even got an inaccurate pass, example at the bottom, description at the bottom of the screen, and that's going to be a big turnover when we could have got back into the game. We definitely could have hit him there. He almost had the sack too, as you can see. Just bull rush the hell out of I don't know who that was. I don't think that was Gronk. Gronk was on the other side, so he bull rushed the hell out of Brandon Linder and got into the backfield, but missed the sack. So that's tough. Bad throw, interception. And that's kind of why we didn't have JT Daniels starting. But that doesn't stop it. We're gonna actually get the ball back, and he's gonna throw an interception or punt it away. We get the ball back. We hit Amari Cooper. He's gonna go into the end zone. It's gonna make it 45-38 at that point. Then he's gonna hit Anthony Schwartz on a 45-yard TD. And this one was tough for me because I don't know why my right outside linebacker was engaged with the offensive lineman. I didn't guess run, but everybody went up for the run for some reason, and wide open was his wide receiver here for an easy first down. He takes it all the way down inside the 30, so that was actually a huge play, and he could have iced it there, but he ends up actually wanting to throw it, but it's not going to show the interception. We get an interception by Bradley Roby. And then on the last play of the game, this is like 5 seconds left, and the time's going because we don't have any timeouts, and we didn't get out of bounds, so the time's going. We try to throw a jump ball to Chase Claypool at that point. Too many bodies there. He gets an easy interception, and then we're gonna tackle him, and that's pretty much the game. But tough showing. Hopefully we can bounce back next week. But that's pretty much gonna do it for us today. We got a lot of decisions to make for next week. And we'll see you when we pick it up for week 5.